Jairus Khor, and I am a Year 1 student at St. Joseph Institution, studying in the integrated program. I am honored to be one of my stretcher's valedictorians this year for the PSLE class of 2022. I remember the first time when I enrolled into my stretcher. Then I was an imbecile, inexperienced, and lost soul. Uncertain of what lay ahead, I embarked on a journey that I had never expected. People around me said that PSLE is a scary exam. If you fail, your future will be ruined. And even I myself initially believed that too. But in fact, PSLE is nothing more than a stepping stone for us to reach out even further. It is as per what Mr. Alvin Quack of my stretcher has always stressed. It is just a small milestone in the journey of lifelong learning. Therefore, even after excelling the PSLE, we must not get complacent and continue to strive. PSLE is not the final destination, and all of us students have only just begun. First and foremost, I would like to begin with my humble background. I came from a neighborhood school, De La Salle. I think whatever the school we are in, we must always be diligent and conscientious. After all, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. I was the chief executive of my school's art club, and I was also a student leader since primary 3. In my class, I was a class leader, as well as the representative of various subjects. My journey with my stretcher started when I was still in primary 3, and I am still here studying from English and mathematics. Since young, I was intrigued by the fascinating world of science. I got off to a good start in my P3 Science mid-year exams and topped my class. But the final year exams hit me hard. I was bamboozled by the questions, and my results were way lower than my expectations. I felt that my favorite subject had betrayed me. That is when I started my journey in my stretcher. I can still vividly remember the my stretcher lessons. Clear explanations, easy to understand notes, and challenging worksheets. They say a good teacher can inspire hope, ignite imagination, and instill a love for learning. These are all so true. My stretcher teachers have never let me down. Miss Christine Ong is a fantastic and cheerful teacher. She is very patient, and her explanations, along with the My Stretcher notes, were great for revision and were easy to understand. Thanks to her unwavering dedication, my science grades improved tremendously. My stretcher has played an important role in helping me to develop not only academically, but also to grow as a person. In primary 6, I also started attending classes at my stretcher for math. The lessons greatly benefited me as my stretcher mathematics teacher, Madam Tan, was able to break down complex heuristics into simpler parts that were easy to understand. She really helped me to develop a love for mathematics. Thanks to my stretcher's countless instructive edu webinars and boot camps, I was able to develop the confidence to tackle challenging questions, especially with respect to the language subjects. Right before the PSLE, the My Stretcher notes and worksheets acted as a quick, last-minute revision guide before the big exams. My stretcher teachers exposed me to a lot of question types, and that made the questions more familiar and easier to solve. The explanations provided by the My Stretcher teachers were also very comprehensive and easy to follow. I really appreciate all the guidance that my stretcher teachers and staff have given me in my PSLE journey. Specifically, I would like to express my gratitude to my primary 6 teachers who have put in great efforts to teach and inspire me. I would also like to thank the Sec 1 My Stretcher teachers currently teaching me, Mrs. Sham for breaking down complex vocabulary into meaningful parts, and Mr. Derek for his patience and engaging applications of real-world maths. My stretcher has been and will always be there for me when I need it. I also have to thank my parents as they nurtured and aided me to reach even greater heights. They were always with me thick or thin and have inspired me to do even better. Without them, I would just be a regular boy and would not have known about my stretcher and would never be where I am today. If I may sum it up, my journey from a neighborhood school to SGI was not a smooth one, full of trials and tribulations. That said, I am thankful for the journey and experience to be where I am right now. What is important is to persevere and not give up. I had my fair share of bitter and sweet. Encountering roadblocks are a given, but how you react to them is the key. Seek help when needed and continue to work hard. As Steve Jobs once said, it is impossible to fail if you learn from your mistakes. Don't give up. I hope all of you will continue to persevere and try your best. It is normal to fail, but when you do, remember to learn from your mistakes. Do not be afraid to fail, as if you do, you will not make it far. I wish my fellow students the best in your studies and take care. Thank you my parents and thank you my stretcher. Thank you.